All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us on tonight's team call. Obviously, we have a lot of people on because it's all about 80-day obsession. You don't know, like, it's coming, whether you're like on it or not, like this train is moving. So I'm excited to really just like jump in with this. We have a lot of great content for tonight. We're going to start off with none the less of our fearless leader, Lisa. She's going to hop on and just kind of talk about how to really approach launches. And, she's been doing this is what, like your 7th year. So she knows what she's talking about. So Lisa, I am throwing it over to you.
I think we unmuted at the same time. Hey guys, super excited to see you guys. Super excited to be here. And I'm not sure if you guys were on Autumn's call or not. It was fantastic. A few takeaways that I got from it is that, use it a little obsessed to be a launch for the big one. And you can kind of wean people in. And she talked about a whole lot of stuff. But what really stuck out the most to me is when she said that doing the program helps you refocus on your business. And that is exactly what I was hopping on tonight to talk about. Is I have been through so many launches and big launches. And when I started to list them, I was like, holy cow, there's just been so many. So I was there for the launch of P90X. That was a huge one. P90X3, which came years later, was another huge one. T25, TurboFire, 21-Day Fix, Body Beast, Hammer and Chisel, Les Mills, which we don't have anymore, but back then that was super popular. 22-Minute Hardcore, Pio, Insanity Max. Those are all the big ones. We have more programs than that. But those were the ones that people got really super excited about. And when you get on board by committing to a program, you're refocusing on your business in so many ways. First of all, for yourself. It's like your own personal development, because coming from the beginning of a program all the way to the end, it takes stamina, it takes endurance, it takes discipline, it takes focus, it takes commitment, it takes all of the abilities that you need to be a good coach and a good leader. And even if you're not a leader of a big team right now, you're preparing yourself for when that day comes. And hopefully that's all of you on here want big teams of your own. So it's going to help you have a spiritual journey as well. It's a long program, 80 days. We haven't seen that much. Chalene Extreme and P90X is that long. But it's going to show you what can you start and what can you finish. And that are great qualities of an amazing leader. You need to be able to see things through. The other thing is that there's so much buzz around it. If you take the energy from the whole entire Beachbody community, you have to remember that most people have other coaches in their timeline that they're watching too. And they're going to follow you and they're going to connect with you because you're being real and we're not being salesy, and that's not the way we do it on this team. But if you're not talking about it and you're not getting excited, but they see someone else doing it, they're going to wonder, well, why is this coach over here not excited about it? And why aren't they talking about it? So what that gives you is credibility. And even if you are not quite sure if you're going to love it or you don't connect with Autumn, what it's going to do with all of these launches is it's going to propel your business. It's going to propel, hey Phoebe, it's going to propel your downline, your customers. It's going to plug them in with something new. Things can get stale over time if you've been having stale challenge groups or running the same programs. It's good to plug into this energy that is new and exciting right now. And that is going to trickle into the whole entire community. And that's going to increase the volume on your team as well, getting all your customers and your discount coaches and getting all your current, hold on 1 second. Lisa Ritchie's working. So sorry, Rose. Hold on 1 second.
Hey guys, let us know over on the chat if you were on Autumn's call and what kind of questions you have. Hopefully we'll get, I'm sure we'll get answered them all, but throw them in the chat. That way they'll be there for later on.
So thank you. So I get really super excited about launches because of all the things that I have talked about. And because you're focusing so much on the program and doing it alongside your coaches and alongside your customers, the reason why Autumn on tonight's call said that it helps you refocus your business is because that dedication is going to reinvigorate you, re-inspire you, re-energize you, give you something new. It's new to you. You don't know what's coming next, so you're going along with it too. And it's just really, really good business sense to hop on and do it. And I have seen times when I have not jumped on board and it wasn't in my best interest, so you can learn from my mistakes. I didn't jump on board with Body Beast and Hammer and Chisel when they came out, and I could definitely see a difference compared to the times where I did jump on board with a full launch. Are these questions in general, or should I read them?
Yeah, I think they're just questions in general.
Okay. All right, does anyone have any questions for me? Because I have a class tonight at 9, so I just wanted to make sure that if you had specific about what I've seen with launches over the last 7 years or what I've seen from a business perspective, feel free to pop it in the chat box. Otherwise, then I'll just listen.
All right, is Jess on? Jess?
Lisa, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead, Ash.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, sorry, Jess.
No, go ahead.
You there? You know, these launches are really big and everyone's got the hype and everyone, you know, new year, it's like the perfect time to buy. I suspect business is going to just spike. And then does it just like tumble down after, you know, so many months because everyone's like, well, I've got the product, now I'm done. Do you see that happen a lot too with these types of big launches? And how do you like sustain that business?
Challenge groups. Keeping your challenge group going, keeping people on Shakeology who are starting the program with you. And fortunately enough, this one's lasting you a minimal of 80 days. So when you think of that amount of time to get someone really seeing results that are going to be results they want to last a longer time, it actually helps you more than a short program, because the 21 days they're like, okay, now what? At least you have this sustained amount of time that you have their full attention and the ability to keep their attention and focused on their goals. And when you think about what results they could possibly see at the end of 80 days, Ash, like they're not going to want to stop. So when you think about the residual income factor, if they started right off the bat with Shakeology, with Energize, with recovery, that in your business alone, keeping them on board is worth more than in 3 months having to sign somebody else up. You know, when you start to think about what's building over the next 80 days, which we'll kind of talk about.
Yeah, and actually, the 80 days is so important as compared to, so just being in the roundtable, which used to be called the Wall, which is the 5-star group with corporate. The discussion for the last couple of years has been how the shorter programs, because we were on a run there with the shorter programs for a while, we're not keeping people on Shakeology long enough, and therefore coaches' paychecks were suffering. And they did a study and talked to a lot of top coaches, and the CAB is the Coach Advisory Board. They got together and decided that the longer programs not only gives them a longer time to experience the trainer and to experience being on Shakeology, but to develop a relationship with the tribe that they've joined, which is the challenge group, and the coach that they've joined, to build that long-lasting relationship. So this is a relationship business. It's really super good for your business in that respect, as opposed to a 21 days and then you're in and out. You don't get to know the person. Some of the releases, yes, we did see that. Absolutely. The ones we did not, I would say would be P90X, T25, Les Mills, when that came out. And of the shorter ones, which is so interesting, we did not see that with the 21-day fix. And that's because in T20, the 21-day fix was hot for a really super long time. People would just run into the over and keep doing rounds. So it's not the same for everyone. Each one's pretty unique. But these longer launches help develop that relationship and friendships in the community. So like-minded people coming together so that it's easier to retain your customers, easier to get coaches out of that group, to ask them if they'd like to be a coach, because you have a longer time together. You know, it's kind of like dating. The longer you date, the more you get to know people, and and who do you want to stick with, before you go on to the next one. So the hope is that retention will be better for all of us with this longer program. Rose, you're still on, right? I can't.
Yeah, Jess, are you good? Jess is gonna, I think, take over.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not going to talk too long because I know we have a ton of questions that we want to make sure we answer so that everyone feels prepared for the start of Thursday's pre-sale. But a couple things I wanted to touch on tonight, like 3 key points. So the first thing I wanted to share, I created a PowerPoint, but I don't even necessarily know if I'm going to run through it. I'm going to share it on the team page, Rose. I think if that's probably better because you guys can all read. You can. I don't want to walk you through what I wrote out, but it was really a heavier focus on the performance line. So I kind of wanted to give you my thoughts on the performance line and something that Autumn kind of touched upon, because a lot of people, I think, are underestimating the value and the impact that having another option for home direct ordering can have on your business. And something that I first learned from Lisa and I learned from her upline when I first started 4 years ago was the importance of building volume. Because, when you start to think about goal-wise, career-wise, where you want to be with income, volume is your income moneymaker. So something that I know Rose and the other leaders on our team are really trying to do for you guys is to start bringing in some more training on volume to learn what impacts your volume and what, in a sense, then greater impacts your income. So, being a coach 4 years ago, I knew that I wanted discount coaches and I knew that I wanted them on Shakeology and I wanted to keep them on Shakeology. That was kind of like the only thing I knew about this business. When I started, I didn't really know why, but now I get it. When you start to watch the effects of having people continually order Shakeology and have that 90 PV rolling in, and then you start to see another person and then another person, that's where that compound effect really comes into play. And that's where you build a business where you're able to take a week off from the business on vacation and still make income. And that's the goal here. That's why, we all signed up for this business, is to create a business where freedom comes into play and you're able to step away if you need to, because you're building a business where you have that residual income there. So I think something that's totally underestimated, and I underestimated it for the longest time, is this performance line, because I was like, I don't really need it, or I never really talked about it because for some reason I felt like I shouldn't. But when you start thinking about the possibility of having additional things coming to people on a monthly basis, that's your volume sitting right there. So when Beachbody did bring on this on-demand platform, a lot of people started kind of questioning that there wasn't this spike of volume when a new program launches, because what used to happen was everyone went crazy and we all ordered these brand new products and our business would go up, more people on Shakeology, which was the goal, more people continuing Shakeology, which was the goal. But something that started to happen was there wasn't necessarily that spike in product and program release. So they listened to top coaches and they wanted to find a different way for us to really encourage the use of the performance line, because scientifically we know that it works. We know that there's a need for it. And now we're able to provide that piece. Instead of sending someone a GNC for a pre-workout, we have that component that's going to help improve their performance. So here's the thing, and Autumn talked about this, and I'm going to kind of elaborate in a moment on this, but you don't need to be the expert. You're not the scientist. You didn't develop this pre-workout. Say, here, this is for you, right? What you need to do is you need to do your research. You need to look at the FAQs and you need to get to know key pieces about each of these products, because what Beachbody will do from this launch to here on out is they've included these amazing package deals, which not only gives an opportunity of greater savings, but to think about me going to my site and buying everything I need for 80 days. There's no reason for me to fail other than myself. I'm getting everything that I need. So when you start to think about getting people more on board with other programs, other products, it's when they see the effects of these programs and products being used in their life. So when they use Energize for that first month, but they're not going to not order the next one because they already have number 2 there. You know what I mean with these package deals? It is an incredible opportunity for people to have all of the tools that they need to succeed, because then if you put that with you as their coach and the team helping them through it, they're going to see success. They're going to feel the difference. That fatigue's not going to be there if they're using that Energize. Using the recovery formula is going to help them with the muscle fatigue and recovery. So I put together, I'll share it really quickly just so you kind of can see what it looks like. But it's just a breakdown of what you need to know about it. And guys, I am not an expert on this. I'm trying to learn more about it, especially because I know I use these products and I need to be my own best researcher. So I need to know what's going on and why I need to use these. But if you're not familiar with it, if you're a brand new coach, this is just a quick rundown about what they are, what the performance line is all about, how it works, and the science behind it. So you don't need to be rattling off the formulas behind it. You just need to know what each of those components can do for your workout, your performance, and your recovery. So there's different pieces of it. Why we feel it's the best. Of course, everyone's going to want to say that about their own products, but we can say that it is developed by a Harvard-trained scientist, and it was developed over X amount of years, and there's no artificial flavors and colorings and preservatives. Most of it's plant-based. All of these things are key words that you need to be able to provide someone in talking with them about these, because now they're so involved in the packages and in the programs. This is the first time that they are including them in with a program so heavily. And trust me, it's because it's for your business. Okay. Yes, it's for the results, but it's also for your business as a coach. So you do not want to underestimate the power of educating people on these products. So I have a quick rundown about each of them. The main 2 that you're seeing with most of the product packages and program packages are Energize and Recovery. So, if you want to take a moment and just glance here, this, guys, I did not make up. Guess where it is? Right in the program and product FAQ. You can look it right up. There's a whole PDF all about these products. And I'm telling you, I'm learning something new every time. If somebody asks you, am I supposed to tingle with Energize? The answer is yes. So when you are asking people to ingest these new things, you need to know about them. Autumn mentioned it tonight on the call. One thing that she said was, you need to be invested as a coach. It is your job to know about these products that you're recommending. It's not because, oh, Jess does Energize, so yeah, I think you should do Energize too. No, you need to explain to them why. You need to explain to them that it's, if you're struggling to find that motivation in the morning, you need a little kick in the butt. It's going to boost your energy, boost your endurance during the workout, help you focus more. All of these things are things you should be able to tell a little bit about each supplement. Think about it. When people first start talking about Shakeology, one thing that they always say before they share it is, well, what can I say about it? We'll talk about your own personal experiences with it, what it's done for you, what it's done for your performance, but also be able to share some factual information with them, because people don't just want to know that it makes me tingly, right? They want to know why I need to take something that's going to make me tingly. So here's a little bit extra about hydrate. That's the during workout. It's going to help support, the loss of electrolytes and fluid absorption, things like that. Recovery is another big one that we're seeing right now with the launch of 80 Day, because it's something that's really going to help with muscle recovery. So I can't speak to as an expert. I'm really trying to learn a lot more about this one, but it's just time-released proteins that really help sustaining nutrients and improve muscle recovery and promote muscle growth, all of these things. But if you notice here, take a look right here, guys. Notice what comes with each of these? Volume, key. So it's huge. So I put this together. I'm going to share it on the team page. It just breaks down each of them. Creatine, learn about it. I don't know how much we'll be using that one, but hey, someone might need it. But it's also just telling you who you can talk to about it, who would be benefiting from it. And it even gives you a little breakdown of, if someone has low energy, recommend the Energize. If someone is slow to recover, have that overnight recharge. These are things that you need to do as a coach on your own. The FAQ section is incredible and you can get lost in it, but start thinking about what's relevant to this launch and what's relevant to your business right now, and look it up and get to know it, because by you investing your time in learning about these products, it really helps you as a coach being able to educate your consumer and find the right fit for them. So that's my big spiel about, I'll stop share if I can never figure out how to stop share. Okay, so that's my spiel about that. So the other piece that I really wanted to talk to you about is being a product of the product and what it really truly does for your business. Lisa touched on this a little bit about, by being in the thick of it with your challengers and continuing to have that challenger mindset, that is what is going to make you a successful coach. And Autumn talked about it on the call tonight. I keep referencing it because she talked about so much that we wanted to share with you tonight. But when you invest in yourself as a coach and you truly sit back and say, have I been following this program to a T? Have I been using the containers? How many people can honestly speak to that right now and say, yeah, I meal prep and plan and use the containers every meal? Hands? Anyone? Coaches? Anyone? Right? Because we become comfortable and we assume, oh, I'm right on the right track, right? No, you guys, when a challenger reaches out to me and says, you know what, I've fallen off the wagon, I haven't really been following the container, we go, what? Why would you do that? But guys, we do it too. We all get comfy cozy and we all start to assume that we know those measurements, or, oh, a little bite here, a little bite there. But when you are in the thick of it and you follow that challenger mindset and you are truly being a representation of what these programs can do, that's when you're going to see a change in your business. That's when you're going to see yourself grow as a coach, and you're going to see your income grow, because people are going to see that and feel that from you. So when you talk about excitement from a new program, when you start to really take in what could be at the end of this 80-day, not only for you on your personal health journey, but because of where it can take your business, then you better believe I'm going in 150%. This is something that could be so huge for you, for your business, for your challengers, and for where it can possibly take you in your health and fitness journey. So that's what you need to know about being a product of the product. It is a vital behavior for good reason. If you want to be a coach, you better believe that you should be standing there at the end of this 80 days, at least knowing 100% about this program and how to educate the consumer and the challenger about what challenges they may face if you can't do the program yourself, because there are some exclusions of why pregnancy and all that stuff. But don't worry, I'll be doing the program. No news here. Needed to share. Someone asked me that the other day, and there is no news. Give me a break. But, this is an opportunity that really doesn't come along too often. I was there to see it with the 21-Day Fix launch. I felt it with the 21-Day Fix launch. And if you are a newer coach or just someone really looking to get into the business, you have to use this opportunity for yourself and for your coaches and for your challengers. And the last thing was being the expert at everything. A lot of people get very caught up in needing to know the ins and outs of everything, and now they're throwing something newer that has not been done before. Other than the supplements and the performance line being used, they're also doing something called time nutrition. You've heard that phrasing, and Autumn broke it down really easily on the call. All she is doing is telling us what combination to eat and when, in relation to when you wake up, when you work out, and all of that. That's it. That's as simple as timed nutrition is. But the scientific end, what they did was they took a look at macronutrients, micronutrients, and what you need before your workout, post-workout. So you do not need to create things for your challengers that are unnecessary, because unless you are a certified nutritionalist, us creating the meal plans, it doesn't make sense. We have Fixate. There's a cooking show that we can send people to and say, here's the Fixate friendly recipe. Here's the breakdown of containers that they've already done for you. A lot of the times we put on a lot of extra work on ourselves because we feel as though we are capable of being the experts. Unless you are certified, unless you are someone who has done extra schooling, you have degrees backing up the advice that you're giving people, by pulling a random move of the day, if you're not certified to teach a class, or by doing anything other than being a great coach, life coach, and friend to someone as a challenger, we're doing them a disservice by telling them that we're an expert at things. Because if you're not an expert in nutrition, use the nutritional guides that they give us. That's why we have them. The experts have already created them. So don't feel like there's so much extra work that you have to do above and beyond, or that you are, in brutal honesty, qualified to do. Because when you start putting out that information that, oh, I'm the expert, but then I need you to buy this, that's when people feel falsely led, because we're not certified nutritionalists, most of us. I don't know if anybody is. Speak up if you are. But, these are the things that I want you to understand, because it has been written for us. The hardest part has been done. Our job is to be there as supporters, as coaches, holding people to their word and reminding them of why they started, and giving them all of the tools that have already been provided for us in order for them to see success. So when you start to think about those three things, going all in on the programs and being 100% committed to following the experts to get those results that we all want, that's number one. You don't need to be the experts, because the experts have already written it. And, oh gosh, I hope that's not like Rose telling me to stop talking. But those are the things that I really wanted to share with you guys tonight. And I truly hope that you can feel the excitement of maybe some of us who have been in the business a little bit longer, because the opportunity here is knocking. And like Lisa said, you missed it. You really didn't do your job in trying to get people on board with you. So I don't know do you want me to answer questions, Rose, or do you want to take the questions?
I was just going to kind of go through my thing and then go through all the questions on the team page, go through the questions on the side, and then we can kind of just open it up, whatever happens. So if you guys have any more questions for Jess, keep chatting there, but we're just going to kind of go straight on in. And if you can't tell, I am super pumped about this, guys. This is absolutely huge. And the way that you get excited is just exciting yourself, right? You have to be the one starting this and just spreading it like wildfire. So if you guys are thinking oh, I don't want to post too much about it. No, like this is the time we need to go like balls to the walls with this and like go all in. Invite people every single day. Like if this, like right now is the time where you might want to I don't want anyone to get burned out, but this is the time to really be inviting the most people you absolutely can. This is the time to post all those Transformation Tuesdays, even when it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like that, like this is the opportunity we have right now. So, all right, I'm going to just go through some of the, my thing that I wanted to, and then we'll just kind of go down the line. But I'm going to share my screen so I can stay on track and not be like a squirrel. Okay, so team page. Guys, I know there's like so much information we're throwing at you. But, you know, with everything, like, you know, remember when you were like a brand new coach and you had no idea what Success Club was or this or that was? Like, we just have to go into this thing like full force and whatever, like we're going to learn, right? Like we're going to eventually get the packages. We're eventually going to get everything. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay. Like we'll get through this together. We'll help each other out. But the main things that I wanted to just set up for you guys is the pick up top here. So first thing is going over like when is everything launching? And I'm sure Autumn went over that today. I was taking a shower the first 5 minutes, but I hopped on the rest. So first thing is all the packages come out December 14th, right? The packages will be there forever, but from December 14th to January 14th, they're $10 off. After that, they pay $10 more. That's it. As simple as that. Little Bit Obsessed will start December 20th. So get people on board, start doing that. So I'm going to obviously start December 20th with Little Obsessed until the 15th of the start date. January 8th is when the nutrition on Beachbody On Demand comes out. So we'll have that, like a week before, so we could do the whole prep week. That'll be right on Beachbody On Demand. January 10th is when Autumn's group is going to open up, and I'll talk more about Autumn's group, but just giving you guys the dates. And then January 15th is the start date of when we're actually going to be pressing play and doing the workouts. Now, for those of you that are early risers, they're going to be doing it, posting it on Beachbody On Demand January 14th at like midnight, a week at a time. So the Sunday, the night before on Monday, they're going to launch a week. So we'll get week after week after week until all 80 programs are out. And then it will forever be on Beachbody On Demand. There's not going to be any DVDs with this. So it would be absolutely not impossible, but there'd be so many DVDs for them to have to like ship us. And like, imagine if you're like, oh, this workout number 35 didn't work for me. Like, no. All right. So everything's going to be on Beachbody On Demand. The equipment that's needed is obviously the slider bands. I forget if Autumn said this or not, but you do want to have multiples because after 80 days, the bands are going to get loose. The sliders, I think will probably be okay, but the bands, I would say you want more. And I actually, if someone could just take a note for me, it might be good because you'll get two different sizes, right? You're going to get smaller bands and you're going to get larger bands. And some of us are going to be more for the larger and some of us are going to be more for the smaller. So it might be a good idea if maybe like I'm not going to use the larger band. So I can give that to one of you guys. So maybe we can do something in the team page where we'll like swap bands. I don't know. Just a thought of mine. And you're going to need weights. Obviously, like the longer we go, so like month 2, month 3, we're going to have to like bump up the weights. So you might want to have, ask Santa for different and not just like 5 and 10. You might want to go up a little bit. Nutrition, Jess already talked about, but Shakeology, Portion Fix, Energize, Recover. You guys are not going to, honestly, I've been talking to a lot of the test groupers the first time around who did this. You're not going to make it through without Energize and Recover, especially Recover, because you're going to be so sore. And they said like people were doing like, and if you guys have like watched my IG stories, I'm doing the bath like at least 2 times a week, 3 times a week, just to like get my mind like set. Like I need to start taking care of myself and like really stop that soreness from happening, because this program is going hardcore for 6 days, straight. You get one day rest day. But unless you're like taking care of yourself with the recover and doing, sleeping right and doing the detox fasts and all the things like that, like your body like physically is not going to make it through this. So make sure when you're talking to people about the different packages, we'll go over it, that they understand that like you want them to get the best results, right? But unless they have all the pieces to the puzzle, they're going to get to like week 3 and be like, dude, my body's broken. Like they need to have this stuff. So that's where you come in as a coach. And it's not that you're trying to sell them something. You want them to get the best freaking results possible. And that's the stuff that's going to get them the best results possible. So this is on the team page right on the picture. Who is this for? I can just stop my share right now. All right, who is this for? I personally would say for most people who have some sort of workout experience already in their hands. I don't think this is for beginners. And obviously, Autumn said this is not for pregnant people. And then maybe, new moms who are in that like very beginning stage, timeline-wise, they might not have enough physical, or enough time to just take care of themselves because like I said, like this is a very, very strenuous program. So with that being in mind, if you're posting all this stuff on social media, right, the test groups, the pictures and this 80-day obsession and a little bit of obsession. Whew, like this is when I get too excited. And I did not have Energize, I promise. And someone reaches out to you, that's your job as a coach to walk through their goals, ask them all the questions, and see if this would be the right fit for them. I have people messaging me because I posted the one chicks before and after pics. And I'm like, sorry, like this is not for you. I have one girl who I think got hit by I don't know if she's on a motorcycle or a motorcycle hit her. I don't know. She hasn't worked out in 6 years and she physically has a limitation. No, like this is not for you. So that's your job as a coach to say, you know what? These are your goals. These are your limitations, or maybe this is for them. So just be aware, like use this as if anything else, right? Like we have to get their history, get their background. Like that's our first step as a coach. So, and a lot of you, I know are thinking or were thinking about doing the Ultimate Reset in January. That's absolutely fine. You have to do what's right for you and you have to do what's right for your customers. So if the Ultimate Reset is right for them, that's fine. Like, yes, I know we're harping like go all in with 80-day obsession, but you have to take into consideration other factors that are going on. So it's okay if you have some people that are doing the Ultimate Reset and some people that are doing 80-day obsession. And maybe the people that are reaching out to you are brand new to health and fitness and 21-day fix would be good for them. That is fine. So don't think just because this launch is coming out that everyone has to do 80-day obsession. No, it isn't for everybody. So there is a modifier. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, doing a little bit of, I think most of us kind of dabbled with a little bit of obsessed. Those are strenuous exercises. And she said that a little bit obsessed is not really, like she toned it down a little bit. So you have to kind of think, all right, like what are people's limitations and all that kind of stuff. People who are breastfeeding, they obviously still can do this. They just have to go up to add 500 calories extra. If you follow Ashley Smith, she did this post-pregnancy, and Brittany Leggett obviously did it post-pregnancy too. So you can, look at their pages too. And they have all like that information for new moms. How is the program being released? I think I covered that 1 week at a time. The different groups that we have going on. All right. So there's our group as a team. Our team group, which Jess has set up, Jess has posted the event invite, which means that you can invite your friends to the invite, and we're going to psych it up in there. That means we have to show up, right? Like we have to show people like the before and after pictures. We have to show people that we're doing a little bit of obsessed. So if you're adding people into that event, you need to be showing up, sprinkling little bits of information of what's going on. And all of these links that are like the event link, the group link, it's all pinned to that group photo on our team page. So if you click on that group photo, all the links are in the description. So just in the event invite, we have the team group, right? So that is for us personally, right? For us to stay accountable to, and for our challengers. So anybody you have signing up, whether they're a coach, discount coach, customer, put them in there. Now, can you run your own 80-day obsession group? Of course, guys. Like, we're just trying to give you all the tools possible to walk you through this. But if you want to go do your own stuff, absolutely. Like, that's totally fine. I will say, though, that if you're brand new, and I would say brand new means a year, 2 years, 2.5 years into this, your main thing is inviting, right? So you don't want all your focus to just be on groups. So you have to have that balance. So use us, right? Use the groups that we have available. And then Autumn's group. So in our group, it's going to be so many of us. We're going to be posting in there. The leaders will definitely we'll each take a week of posting, whatever. Show up, be accountable to yourself, right? If you're showing up, your business is going to explode. You're going to feel the energy. You're going to get excited. Your people are going to get excited. If they see you showing up, they're going to show up, right? Then there's Autumn's group. So Autumn's group is for coaches only. Any package. I'll say that again. Autumn's group is for coaches only. Any package. It doesn't matter. We'll go through all the packages, but they can pick any of them, and you could join Autumn's group. How that's going to roll out is you will get an email from Beachbody saying, fill this out. They're going to send you the link for the group. You're going to click on it, and then someone in Beachbody land will filter through seeing that you match up. So with that being said, I know a lot of you typically, and you should be doing this, running your any orders through your husband's account so you can, get on that team bonus cycle a little bit more. For this, I'm pretty sure they're going to be a little bit strict. So for this one time, put it under your account. If you want to log into your husband's Facebook and do it that way, I think that might be a pain in the butt. But for this one time, order under your account so you can get in the group, because they're going to be kind of matching the names. So what did I miss from that? So any package, put it under your account. You'll receive emails with directions. And they're saying the sooner that you get your package, the faster you're going to be put into the group, because they have to cross-reference everything. Now, what does a coach mean? They're not going to call the person up and say, are you a real coach or are you a discount coach? It doesn't matter. So use Autumn's group to leverage, right? So if someone is on the fence signing up as a discount coach or a customer or whatever, use that as leverage for them to get signed up. And you know what? I think it's going to be a great group, even if they're not a quote unquote coach and actively working the business, but they're just going to get so much energy from everybody in that group and all the knowledge from Autumn. And yes, I want to learn from Autumn, but I want to learn from that nutritionist. That's what I'm excited about the group for. So use that to leverage people to, either sign up as a coach or sign up as a discount coach to get into Autumn's group, right? So our group, Autumn's group, done. You can make your own group if you want to, but you don't have to. All right. What do people need to get? All right, I already went over that. Oh, foam roller. That's a big thing that the test groupers were talking about too with the soreness, is she'll actually do active, or she'll add just a 10-minute stretch workout or foam roller. So that might be something that you want to just put on your Santa list as well. All right. I'm going to go over the packages and the pricing. So bear with me. And keep posting those questions in the comments, and I'll eventually get to all of them. All right, so let me share my screen. Now, I know we put a million different pictures in the team page. For me, I'm not a visual person. I need it written out and not just a picture. but you can do whatever you want to do. So if you go into the team page, click on photos, and then you're just going to go to albums. In the album section, you'll see 80-day obsession before and after pictures, and then 80-day obsession packages. Just click on this, and then everything's kind of like written out all nice and pretty. I just can't focus on that. I don't know why, but if that works for you, then look at that. We also have more before and after pictures. If you click in the file section, 80-day obsession results, click on it. All these people that are in this Google document have said, yes, you can post on social media. So I personally would not do a collage of 5 million different 80-day obsession results all at once. You guys need to sprinkle it. Like Dave did a post. He's like, I posted, you should be so proud of me, because he's like doing like his kind of own side biz. And I'm like, great job, honey. And he's like, but nobody liked it. I'm like, that's okay. Like, you got yourself out there. I'm like, but next time, don't put 5 million pictures all on one post. I'm like, nobody can see it. People just fly right by it, right? So when you're posting these results, just do 1 or 2. You add more than that, it's too much for people to see. People are not gonna, we have like a 2.2 time limit to where we like fly by stuff on the newsfeed. Okay. So any of those results, you can obviously share with people on your social media. So here are so there's three, what's the word I want to say? Like 3 categories, there we go. 3 categories of different package options. So I wrote them word for word all in here. And you can go into the FAQs, right, and search, and it will pop right up. For me, this is just easier. Like when I'm talking to people, I actually have it in the notes section of my phone. So when I'm talking to people and I, go through my whole thing and I ask them their health history, all that stuff. I send them the videos, all that stuff. And they're like, all right, what's the, and I say, do you want me to go over the package options with you? And they say yes. Then I just copy paste right there, done. All right. So the first category we are going to go through is new customers and new coaches. So these are challenge packs, right? Because they're new customers and new coaches. So the first, all of these are going to have obviously all access Beachbody on demand, right? Because they're new. First one comes with Shakeology. It's for $170. After the promo time, after January 14th goes away, it's going to be $180. So right now, when it launches, it'll be $170. After January 14th, everything goes up $10. And I also put what it would be if it's sold separately, so you can let people know, like, if they give you the price objection, right? Like, that's where you can kind of let them know, like, well, if you bought it all separately, that's how much it would cost. So the first package, 1 year streaming, Beachbody on demand, Shakeology 30-day supply. On Home Direct, you get the equipment, you get the containers and Shakeology cups. No, you cannot take that out and get more slides and resistance loop. I think, was it Lisa maybe, or somebody else was like, they say they get it for free. Like, you get the portion containers and Shakeology cup for free. Because people are so weird. They're like, oh, I already have that. Like, it's like 5 cents. Like, it comes in everything. So people can't, like, take one of these things out and put something else in. They get the printed intro guide and calendar, and then you get the digital eating guide and meal plan. Second option, same price, but instead of Shakeology, you get the performance pack. So you get 1 month supply of Energize, and then Recover is on HD. So just let people know, like, if it's a 1 month order, or you get it on Home Direct. Third package, this is the combo challenge pack. So people are going to get 30 days of Shakeology on Home Direct and a one-time order of Energize, just 1 tub, and then a one-time tub order of Recover, and then everything else. So you'll see, like, in each of the sections, it's just one thing is changing. It's just you're either getting Shakeology, or you're getting the performance, or you're getting both of them, or you're getting the mega challenge pack, which has 2 Energize and 4 Recover as a one-time shipment, right? Because that's going to last people the 80 days. So when I'm talking to somebody, 99% of the time, I'm going to give them option number 1, option number 3, and option number 4. I'm really not going to focus on option number 2 because people need Shakeology, right? And I'm not just going to not tell them about the bigger packs because they're $430. Like, guys, when I saw that, I was so happy. Like, I think we so underutilize what we have to offer people, and we devalue what we have. There is no place on the freaking planet you can get a whole year of like 500 million workouts for $99, right? Even for $430, that might just be a gym membership. They're getting so much more. So if you guys are hesitant about the price, personally, I'm just going to say you have to work on yourself. That is more of your mindset. I'm excited for it because I think that is what people need to put skin in the game. How many times do you run free crock pot groups and free this? I mean, for me, it doesn't work out because there's no skin in the game, right? Or have you ever had a challenger that maybe like bought it like a year ago and they're like, oh, put me in your challenge group. You put them in, nothing. You hear nothing from them. There's no skin in the game. The more people are willing to put skin in the game, the more that they know that they put value into this, they're going to take care of it. People are not going to waste $430. And if they use it, they're going to get awesome results. And if they get awesome results, they're going to share it. And then that's where the cycle of somebody becoming a coach comes into play. So I think that is going to be absolutely key. I am personally not shying away from that. And the people that I've talked to have pretty much all gone for this 230 pack. They want, and I'll say, like, you know, if they're hesitant about this, I'm like, that's totally fine. If you love the Energize and you love the Recover, you can totally order more, right? So I think option number 3 is a good medium for people because they get everything for like that 1 month. And that second month, if they don't like reorder the Energize and Recover, they're going to feel the difference from, you know, month 1 to month 2. And then they're pretty much, they'll be like, crap, like I need to order more. So they'll go and order it. So all of this is for new customers and coaches / discount coaches. Any of these packages will get people into Autumn's group. All right. Second options are completion packs for current coaches and current customers that already have Beachbody On Demand. So this is for us, and this is for our coaches that have Beachbody On Demand. Now, I'll preface this with saying if you have customers that are on that like cusp of their Beachbody On Demand what's the word I'm looking for? You know, going for another year. So say like they ordered on Christmas last year, they're going to be billed again for $99. I'm having them cancel and then just going back to a challenge pack, right? Because it's going to make more sense price-wise for them to go with the challenge pack versus a completion pack. Obviously, we're coaches. We can't cancel, so don't do that. So same thing as the first set of options we went through, but it's just without Beachbody On Demand because we have Beachbody On Demand and our current customers that are on Beachbody On Demand have that already. So first package is Shakeology completion pack. So they'll get 30 days of Shakeology, the equipment, containers, intro guide, eating plan for $140. After January 14th, it will go up to $150. All right. Second option, performance. So instead of Shakeology, they get 1 month supply of Energize and 1 tub of Recover, and then they have Recover on HD, and they get all of the equipment, intro, all that stuff. Third is Shakeology and performance. So you'll like, are you guys seeing this like flow of all of them, right? So it's either you have Shakeology or you have the performance or you have both for a month. So this is just 30-day supply of Shakeology, 1-time order of Energize, 1-time order of Recover. Fourth option is the Mega. You get 30 days of Shakeology, 2 Energize, for Recover on a one-time order that will last you the complete 80 days. And then all those prices will, go $10 up. Ashley, or can we get like a thumbs up if we're like understanding this? Because I'm not reading the comments yet. Is this making sense? All right, thanks. Sorry, Ash, I just see you on your bed. So I called you out. All right. All of those packages will get you into Autumn's group. Now, the third grouping of packages is just the accessory bundles. There's only 2 of them. All right. So this is if you have your Shakeology, if you have Energize, if you have Recover. And I'm going back to what Jessica was saying. If you're going with these 2 options, I'll be blunt with you again. If you're saying you already have that, like you have the Energize or you have Recover, cool, that's fine. But if you're doing it because of, I don't know what reasons, you're not physically and mentally going to be all in like everybody else. Your excitement level going through the program is not going to be like everybody else. You want to have that edge, right? You want to get the best possible experience that you can so that you can really share that authentically and share that because you're just excited, right? So these packages still get you into Autumn's group, but if you're going into it and really not having everything else that you need, you're doing yourself and you're doing your business a big disservice. And you know what? I understand you guys, like we all have different goals with this business. Some of us are like head on in, right? Like we want this to, be 6 figures, blah, blah, blah. And some of us don't, and that's totally fine. So I know like sometimes I get very like preachery with things, but you ultimately have to decide the best decision for you. So the Obsession accessories is $50. You just get the equipment, right? You get the slides, loops, containers, intro guide, calendar, eating plan, meal plan. And then the Obsession accessories and performance bundle is for those of you that don't have any performance line stuff, but you have Shakeology, right? So this gives you complete 80 days to Energize, for Recover on a one-time order, strength slides, containers, printed intro, calendar, digital eating guide, right? So any of these packages will get you into Autumn's group. I personally would copy and paste or email yourself all this information so that when you're talking to people, you can just copy and paste it in a message. You don't have to memorize anything. And this is exactly how I send it to people. I'll just go like that, copy, paste, done. All right. I'm still not going to look at the comments yet because I just want to fly through this. So that's the packages, right? Like once you physically read it and go through it, it's the same thing minus a couple stuff. Like it's very similar. So just look in the file section, the FAQ, it's going to give you all the information. And if you have somebody that's interested, you guys just got to kind of like dive in, right? Like look at it and you'll figure it out. Okay. Now how to promote this, promote it like anything else. Like I said before though, like I'm going all in, like I am like knocking this like every single second I get. IG stories, you guys, like that's my jam. I'm going all in, anything I possibly can, even if it's like the same stuff every single day, I'm doing it. I'm tagging a location every single time. So what that does is like, I'll like randomly find cities. I found the city Odessa in Texas, and I'll get like 400 views on my IG stories. And then I just had someone like book a call with me from IG stories. I'm like, oh, you found me on, yeah, she found me through there. Like, so that stuff I feel like is so simple just because like you don't have to make like this big whole long post about it, right? Like it doesn't have to be like these pretty pictures. Like if you haven't started using that, I highly suggest using it. I've been doing like 3 like video clips, like 10 seconds showing that I'm working out, and then always have like some sort of invitation. So like I'll either say like message me, or else I'll do like a few short videos and then have like message me. So I think as much as you can invite people, like just do it, because there's different eyes on that stuff like every single day. Create an event invite. Jessica already has one, but if you want to make your own separate one, you totally can. But like I said, like use your time wisely. If you don't have a lot of time, use our stuff. Post the transformation pics, like I said. Use, and I have to start doing this, is, use Energize and actually share, like show it in your post and share like, why is it yellow? Because of the, I can't even say it, Quercetin or whatever that superfood is. Or show people like your Recover and Shakeology, like really start putting that stuff in your post. Not that you're vomiting it on people, but you're sprinkling it, right? Like we are constantly wanting to be planting those seeds now. Like don't wait until January. Like, and I get surprised every single time this happens. Like today I was like shocked because it's been so quiet for me, guys. Like I told you, November I didn't hit Success Club. Even like up until today, it's been so quiet for me. And I'm like, man, am I doing something wrong? Am I not posting enough, or am I posting too much? Or like, should I change things up? You just have to continue, right? So if you're thinking like nothing's working right now, you just got to push through this awkward phase. And then like today that post blew up for me, and it's people after people. I've been watching you. They've never liked anything, nothing, but they're watching you. So if you're like in that phase where it's just like nothing's working for me, you just have to go one more day, go one more day, go one more day. And I promise you, you're going to get those people messaging you saying, wow, like I've been watching you through October, November, December, and you didn't stop. You didn't quit. You're the one still showing up. That's the people that they're going to want to join. So how to promote it? Like just sprinkle it everywhere. Be a freaking like sprinkler and put it on everything. I don't think right now you can overdo it. Like people are ready. Are you ready to start just sharing it with people? Today I went through, I took a bath right before this call, or Autumn's call, and then I took a shower. And Dave's like, were you on the call in the shower? I was like, no, I was voice messaging people. So I was just going through all my posts, whoever liked, whoever comment. I mean, I was going way back to like November, October. And I was just voice messaging people. He's like, who were you talking to? I'm like, don't worry, it wasn't on video. So like use every tool that you have right now, guys. Like I don't think you can't go wrong right now. I'm going to shut up because I need some water. I'm going to see, Jess, I know you've kind of been watching the comments. Is there anything, if you want to hop back on, anything that I missed?
Yeah, I think, I think a lot of people just got caught up in what should we do as coaches, as what we should be purchasing, and I'm not going to tell you to spend more money that you're comfortable with. I think what Rose mentioned too is you have to figure out what's the right investment for you in your business at this point, what's going to help you get the results that you're looking to get in order to advance your business at the rate that you wish to advance your business. It does work out to be a cheaper deal when you buy it in the package than if you were to buy Energize over the next few months if you use it. But like I said, part of the Vital Behaviors is being a product of the product, and a piece of that now very much is the performance line. And, if you've never tried it before, use this as an opportunity to try it. Use this as a chance to educate yourself on what it does for you in your workouts now compared to what you were doing before. Like Rose said, a lot of the test group participants, yes, they are coaches and they are invested in this as well for their own business sake, but they couldn't get through some of the workouts without those additional tools and supplies. So as far as what you want to do, it really does, it's up to you. So we can't say, go buy that mega, if it's not in the cards for you. granted, yes, it is holiday time. There's a lot of factors that come into play. I personally am buying the one that comes with the 2 Energize and the 4 tubs of Recover because I use those now every day. And Dan steals my Energize and takes it to work with him. So having backup isn't bad. So that's, marriage. Isn't it lovely? I have to hide them. But, think about that. Maybe you can give a scoop to someone as a sample. So when you start thinking about why you would want to have all this extra stuff on hand, there are reasons that you can. Of course, it's what you can afford. It's, it's what you want to invest in yourself and in this business. So from that standpoint, as far as what bundle to get, Lauren, I think you asked that question. Yeah, Tracy, damn those husbands, right? Gosh, what are they doing to us? And he stole my Shakeology this month a lot. So I ran out early. Luckily, I ordered 2 things of it. Let's see. What else? Were there any other questions? Oh, yeah. I did want to say, if you guys follow Coach Toolin, she did the test group, and her husband does have MS, and they were sharing some of the modifications that she did, and Autumn talked about it on another call that she did. But, instead of doing push-ups or planks on the floor, he was leaning against the couch, or the wall. So there are ways to adjust and modify. It's just maybe not shown through the modification on the program, though, just so they're not breaking it down that much. But the modifier, she said, takes out the impact. So you're still going to be getting those same resistance style moves, but lower impact. What else? Those were all the different groups.
And that was a good point, Amanda, what she said with the Success Club points. So you'll get 2 points for any challenge pack, and then you'll get 2 points for any completion pack. Now, if it's somebody that you've already gotten 2 points from, you're not supposed to get it again. But if they don't have Beachbody On Demand already, or if they're canceling it and doing something else, have them use a different email. That way you get your points. Everyone's freaking happy, right? And just kind of piggybacking on what Jess said, for the different package options, you have to think about what are your own health and fitness goals, right? I think we all join this to, be the best versions of ourselves and to get results ourselves. So what are your health and fitness goals? And then what's your goals for your business? As much as I was talking about challengers putting skin in the game, we have to be putting skin in the game. Whether it's with the different package options or posting on social media or taking action in your business, that's putting skin in the game too. So it's not just what package you're getting, but how are you putting yourself out there? How are you going to just be sharing this with people?
And I do want to touch on too, I shared in the team page, my response to someone who was 80 days is long, and we got so accustomed to going, oh, it's just 3 weeks. It's just 3 weeks, but you have to do the 3 weeks, 25 times to really get to where you want to be in a year and a half. This is an opportunity where you can say, okay, well, listen, you were going to show up and do something. If you wanted to get these results, you were going to do something. So why not follow a plan from start to finish where you have it fully written out and guided? You have my full support and attention. You have all of the tools you need. You're going to be present on those 80 days. So why not use those 80 days to really get to where you want to be? We stopped asking them to do hard things because it was a hard conversation to have. And we have to have those conversations with our challengers again. When they sign up and they pay for a personal trainer, the personal trainer doesn't say, oh, yeah, you know what? Go eat that cookie. Or, you know what? Skip this last round. Hell no, they're pushing them because they know that's what it's going to take to get results. When someone comes to you and says, I want to be off my blood pressure medication, I don't want to be diabetic anymore, I want to change my life, we're not going to go, oh, well, with this 30-minute workout and you can occasionally have a treat and a glass of wine. No, that's not the case with this program. We know this program can be a game changer, and you need to portray that to your customers through conversation. Don't be afraid of being honest with them because you know what this program and what these opportunities can do for them. So invite them to do the hard. Get them to want to do it with you.
And the people that go through these full 80 days, these are golden people, what we call golden ships, meaning these people are in it. Like, these are people you want to have your eyes on to become coaches. They're going to be the ones, like, if they can do 80-day obsession, that's a hard thing. They're going to be able to, like, you know, make it to that next point of, you know, hopefully wanting to do the business side of things too. And that's kind of, I think, where, you know, 2 years ago when 21 Day Fix came out and everything was quick, short, this and that, people were quick, short, this and that, or they didn't make, like, you know, $1,000 their first month in the business. Like, no, that's unrealistic. But we were giving them, like, that unrealistic, not that 21 days is unrealistic to get results. You do, but people were just done after 21 days. They didn't make that lifestyle change. So I think the 80 days is perfect just as a whole from every different angle. Any other leaders on the line that want to talk about what they're going to be doing to promoting it, or any ideas?
Rose, can I just say a few things to everyone? I had made a Google Doc just for my own benefit, there's a lot of documents, so I kind of just condensed it all to one. That actually you can click on and go to these documents if anybody would like it. Also, I took some notes at the bottom. I did from the team page of people asking questions. There's 2 questions I'm not sure if you answered, but I may have not been paying attention. One question was just, can this workout be done with other meal plans like keto or paleo or any of those? Do you recommend that?
I would say once you switch it, you're switching the program. So can you do it? Of course, like, you can do anything you want to, but is that going to, you know, offset your results? It might, you know, just like with anything, like, do it to a T from start to finish, and that's the results that you're going to get. If you start messing around with, you know, adding a day in of yoga, this or that or whatever, like, of course you can do keto or anything else with it, but that might off throw what you're going to be getting.
And then if you could just talk, a lot of us wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock to work out, and I didn't catch it at the beginning. She might have mentioned it with the time nutrition. I know it's been said that we should be eating before our workouts, which is, like, unheard of, waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Is that going to be obviously within the program of what we should be eating? And I'm guessing we should be eating or drinking something before we work out. Is that part of it?
Yeah, she has that option in the nutrition guide. If you're an early riser, there is an option, but she says for best results, you should be eating before if you can. So do what you need to is what I'm, you know, you have to, like, work with what you got. If you can't wake up any earlier and eat a breakfast, like, don't sweat it. Like, don't sweat it. Erin, I'm not really sure. I know you asked that on the call too about the patients with that. I mean, I would say if they're okay with doing, like, the fixed containers, because that's really right. Like, it's the same concept of the containers. It's just you're eating it at a certain time. So I'm really not sure how that, you know, if it would be too filling for them, if that's kind of like the question that you're getting from them.
Hey, Rose.
Hey.
It's not so much a question anymore. I actually talked to my nutritionist about that.
Okay.
And what she told me is, of course, if you guys have any bariatric, tried to plug in my phone. If you guys have any bariatric patients, first and foremost, they should talk to their nutritionist. They're assigned a nutritionist with the program. If you've got someone who's fresh out of surgery and wants to start this, you know, the program's not for them. It's probably not going to be for them because they can't eat those portions. And seeing those portion containers is going to be kind of discouraging. But if you've got someone who's a year out or more, they will be able to follow the portion control guide, but they do need to focus on making sure that they do get in plenty of protein. And that even with their Shakeology, that they're still taking their vitamins, because the Shakeology, the Recover, the vitamins in that can only get them so far. They do need to make sure that they are taking their additional supplements.
All right, cool. Good. Thanks. Anybody else? Who do we have on? Shannon, Leah.
I'll speak real quick.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's Danielle here. For my point of view for this whole nutrition I'm really excited about, because I don't know if you guys were on the call with her, but she spoke about not only is it time nutrition, yes, we are going to be still using the containers, but you're going to be using the containers in a balanced way. So there won't be any more saving your yellows at night or eating them in the morning. The program is going to tell you what you need to have each meal. So somebody who eats all their proteins, your body can't digest all of the proteins, so you're not actually using those nutrients. So by balancing them out and kind of basically telling you this time of day you have to have this container and this container and this container, I'm really excited about that, because it's basically macros. You're basically putting the exact amount of nutrients in your body for your body to run efficiently throughout the entire day. This means that now the people that say, well, I count macros, this will be much more appealing to. And it's also going to be really appealing for people who aren't seeing maybe results because they do save their yellows for at night, or they do overeat this or overeat that. I just think it's a great way for us to kind of understand nutrition ourselves a little bit, and knowing that, yeah, we can eat vegetables all day, but our bodies actually can't process all those vegetables at once. So you're not using them. And so by spreading them out, our bodies are going to run it more efficiently. So I'm excited about this macronutrient stuff. It's basically how I eat. So again, if you have anybody in the world that counts macros or anything like that, this is a brand new way to share to those people that might open up some new doors.
Awesome. Danielle, how are you like launching this and promoting this for yourself?
So we basically, my team has already, in early December, we have set apart our people. So we've basically made a post of like who's all in and who's not all in. And this just basically means like if you're using your containers, if you're working out, and if you have a Shakeology HD. From there, we started this kind of like getting ourselves ready for January. We're being consistent with these 3 things. Come January, we're going full force. So nobody's perfect right now, but we're all like getting ready for January. So as we're all doing like basically autumn programs in this group, I'm going to be sharing videos and just kind of gearing everybody up ready for the launch. That's with my current people. I also have an event out that I am inviting people into. And again, I'm just sharing information that is easy for me to share. The more you know, the easier it is for you to share. So, like I'm going to be sharing the different packages. I'm going to be sharing the time nutrition that I'm really excited about. So, things like that. I'm just sharing, making short videos in the events. And inviting as many people as possible and reaching out to people who aren't in my all-in group but are in my self-paced group, that option to basically, because basically what we've did is like it's JV and varsity at this point. You want to move up to varsity, this is what you got to do. So hey JV, this is your time to move up to varsity. 2018's here. You guys ready or what? So we got current people who are all in, I got my people who are self-paced, and I got new people as well. So that's kind of what we're doing in my team.
Yeah, great point. Like sometimes like you forget those old people that were like, you know, if you've been doing this a year or two, like go back to those old people, like reach out to them. Say like, hey, we got this brand new thing. Like, I'm super excited. If you want more info, let me know. Done. Right. Like, and even like the people that were like 3 months ago from the summertime that have, you know, went ghost on you, those like, go back to those people. They might be ready and up again to like go all in. So don't forget those people who kind of fizzled out a little bit. Cool. Anybody else with questions, comments, what they're doing?
I'll just jump in and share just briefly, just to kind of add on to like what Danielle said. So, like I'm getting my team has a full accountability group. So any and all of our challengers that have ever been in our group over the last year are in this one group. So we're getting like everybody, riled up. We're doing the, like the Team Rise posts. I'm doing a post in that group. So I'm getting my people excited, like, oh my gosh, look at all these people. So we've got like 13 people so far, like all in the group. But I also, so that's like, if you have an accountability group, do like those posts, like to get everybody excited too. Also, I went into the Coach Online office and I printed all of my customers. So like I'm starting to go through literally like customer by customer, all of the people that like fell off the face of the planet, including people that aren't in my group, so to say, that I deleted or that are from like a year and a half ago and I'm going through and doing a voice memo to all of these people. So just something to add on that I'm also doing to get the hype going.
Thanks. Anyone else? And we're all like understanding the different package options, or at least better than before. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I know it was a long night, but we stuck it out and we made it through. I'm like, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's help each other, like root each other on, get excited for each other. If you guys see each other, like post, like, comment, whatever, like help each other out. We can't do this alone. We have to do this together. So let's, band arms. Let's go all in. And this is going to be a freaking awesome year. So I'm pumped. And that's all I got to say. All right. Good night, everyone.